I am Koti. I have 12 years of experience into data science and Python or SAS language. Over the 12 years, I majorly worked into data science for different domains, banking and telecom domain. I am the instructor for data science course. So, guys, so far we were discuss about the few topics such as like keywords. Of course, we discuss about what is Python, history of Python, and all. Am I right? So, apart from that, first point, I'm just giving. Let me give you overview about 5 minutes. What is the first rule we followed? Python is a case sensitive language. What does it mean, guys? What does it mean? What does it mean? By it means if you write in the capital letters and you are calling it is small letter, it won't work. It will throw an error. If you write any statement, function, variable, object, anything in small letter, you must have to call in the small letter only. Am I right? That is the basic fundamental rule. Agree with me, everyone? Yes. So we started with a topic called keywords. What is keywords? So keywords are used to define the structure of the programming language. Keywords are also called as the reserved words in Python. It has some specific meaning. It will just to define the structure or basic how to write the program to help us. So how many keywords we have in the Python language, guys? 35 keywords. Except true, false, none, rest everything as it looks like. Am I right? Okay, that's what the keywords. Now, from the keywords, we discuss a topic called identifier. What is identifier? Identifiers are the name, whatever the name we have given to variables, function name, object, or statement, anything is the identifier. In order to write an identifier, we must have to follow some rules. What are the rules we need to follow? It must be in alphabets. Alphabets means it can be small, lowercase alphabet letters, small a to z, or capital A to z. Digits range from 0 to 9. Special symbol, only which symbol it accepts? It accepts only one symbol, that is called as the underscore. It accepts only one underscore. So remember the point, identifier cannot start with the digits. We cannot start with the digits. No special symbol, only which special symbol accept the underscore. Does it accept the hash? Does it exclamatory mark? At the rate, it won't accept. It accepts only underscore. Keywords cannot be, whatever the 35 keywords cannot be used as an identifier. Okay, so that's what we are. If you have multiple words, we must have to define with the separate with the underscore. We must have separate with the underscore. Now, keywords we discuss all these things. Statements. What is the statement? What is the statement? What is the statement, guys? What is the statement we discussed in last class?
Instructions.
Statements are the
Instructions
instructions
that
executed by the interpreter.
So statement, instruction that can you please, so instructions, can you please give the mic in, please? Instructions, whatever the instruction we are giving to the Python interpreter. What is a Python interpreter? Python interpreter we are communicating to the Python interpreter. What interpreter does? Interpret is nothing but is a mediator which help us to communicate. How does it execute? Line by line. It executes the line by line. Here we have taken the examples. What is the z is equal to 10? What does it mean? What is the 10 is the here? 10 is a value. Equal to means assigning. What is the z? Z is nothing but identifier. Other name of identifier is a name or function, anything. Okay, some of the popular statements are if statement, for statement, while statement, elif statement, else statement. These are some of the popular. Is it possible to write multi-line statements? Yes, multi-line statements we can also write with parenthesis, with a square bracket, curly brace also we can write. Okay, we discuss this also, we discuss. Okay, if you want to write the multi-line statements in single line, we can use the semicolon. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, D is equal to 30. We have used that. Okay, now comments. What is the use of comments, guys? What is the use of comments? Bhargavi, what is the use of comments?
What is the use of comments?
To help us understand.
Comments basically what it help us, it help us to understand what we have written in a code. It just to summarize the about the code. It should be more precise, I mean concise and crispy. So no need to write lines of code. You need to write in single line or a single word also, right? How do you define with the comments? Always define the comments with the hash symbol. Am I right? So we can also write the multiple comments, multi-line comments. Multi-line comments always write in the single triple quotes or double triple quotes of the given data. These are the things. Any confusions, any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubts about so far? Any topic, any doubts about the so far?
No, sir.
Everyone are clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. In today's session, we will talk about the variables. What we'll discuss? Variables. So what is a variable? Variable is a name of memory location where variable is the name. Basically, it is a name of memory location wherever we are storing. So we are storing the data. Let's say Z is equal to 10 we have given. Z is equal, for example, as you know that Z is equal to 10. What we have discussed, 10 is a value. 10 is a value which is assigned to an identifier, which is assigned to an identifier Z. That's what we discussed, right, everyone? But Z is equal to 10. Where it stores? Should store somewhere, right? Should be stored. Python also should say somewhere. Temporarily, now we are not using any database. It will by default, it stores in the RAM. If you're not using any database, by default, it uses the RAM. So RAM also we need to allocate some memory, right? Maybe 1 byte, 2 byte, 3 byte, bit, some data. So variable is the name of memory location where data stored is in the program. Let me tell you an example. So let's say, so for example, how many of you married in this group? How many of you kids? No one? No one?
I have, sir.
Madam, anyone is going to school?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No. Yes. Okay. Let's
Yes,
take
sir.
on Manikanta. Yeah, Manikanta. So Manikanta, if your kid is going to school, how do you send him? You must have sent the books with the bag, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, good.
So here variable is, so in the bag, it is a space. In the bag, we must have space, right? So the space we can store the books. Imagine whatever the bag we have stored the books, that is called as memory. Are we going to keep the books in the same location? Are we going to change the books location in the bag? For example, geometry box. Everyone know about geometry box, right? Are we going to keep the geometry box at the same place or at the different places in the bag? If you keep the different, let's take an example, purse. Your hand purse. Everyone have the holding the purse, right? You keep in your pockets. Let's have a credit cards or a debit card. Are you going to keep the credit card, debit card, driving license, your RC book? Are you going to keep in the same place or you change the place time to time? Whenever, let's say, swipe the card, there is no guarantee you can keep the at same place. You can change the place. Wherever the space you have in your pocket or in the purse, wallet, you can say, that space is called as the memory space. In terms of programming language, that space is called as the memory space. So that space we called as the space, whatever the space we call as the to store something, right? For the storing purpose we are using. Here we can give a name. This space is for storing the like cards. This space is storing the photos. This space is storing about the some amount of money. This space is storing about some coins, 1 rupee coin, 5 rupees coin, like that. We are giving the different space. That space is called as the name of the memory location where we are storing. That is called as the
Same place.
variable. So it named as a container. Container which stores the memory. Where are the container, like water tank, or water bottle? Let's say when you have having the water bottle, are you going to keep it at the same place every day? You can change, right? Can change, right? Every time you fill the data, fill the water tank, I mean bottle, no, right? Sometimes you can fill the half, sometimes 20, I mean 25%, sometimes you fill the 75%. It is like the variable. What is the main purpose of variable is nothing but represent or hold the data. As an example, MLA home. So suppose if I ask you, who is the famous cinema star, movie star? Who is the famous? Everyone know about. Let's say Prabhas. Prabhas. Suppose where he stays? Prabhas is the pan hero, right? Everyone know about the pan hero, right? Now, right, where he stays? He stays in Hyderabad. If you go to ask, hey, do you know Prabhas house? You'll represent, right? It is a place. You can tell that. Suppose if I ask, where is Patanjali house? Who knows? No one knows, because it is a representation. Let's say in your locality or in your region, MLA house. Everyone know about where does MLA is. If I ask you chief minister house, camp office, everyone knows where is it. If I ask Sachivalaya, secretariat, right? If I ask parliament, first India Gate, everyone know about that. It is a place represent something like heroine houses, home, MLA home, parliament, secretariat, and all these things. Our home, you know, right? Where is your home? Suppose if I ask, where is your home? You said you are from Andhra Pradesh. Where is in Andhra? You talk about your district. Where is in particular district? You talk about mandal. Talk about your village. In your village, you talk about gully. In gully, particular door number, you can tell third house, fourth house, like that. Some, for example, so KSR data vision. Simple. Z is equal 10. Similarly, KSR data vision. Other name of an identifier is also called as a variable. There is no difference. While discussing about the identifier, we did not discuss about where does it stores. We did not discuss about where does it stores. Now we are discussing about boss identifier is nothing but a variable. Nothing is different. Only one difference is it is a name location, named memory entity location to store some data. For example, KSR data vision equal to training institute. Here, training institute is some value. Is it a character value? Agree with me? String or character? It is assigned, equal is nothing but assigning. To what? KSR data vision. As per Z is equal to 10, try to understand the same way. Training institute is a value, is a character value, which is assigned to an identifier, KSR data vision. Now, instead of identifier, we are calling as a variable. We are calling as a variable. Okay. So variable names by default, which are not defined, like keywords are defined in the Python, right? Variables are not defined in the Python. So here also keywords cannot be used as an identifier. Keywords cannot be used as an identifier. Am I right? Keywords cannot be used as an identifier. So for example, can you tell me what does it mean? What does it mean, guys? A is equal 10. What does it mean, guys?
10 is a value which is stored in the variable.
One second, boss. 1 second. I know. Let me ask a person called Gangadhar. Giridhar, sorry, my bad. Giridhar, can you explain me? A is equal 10. A is equal 10. What does it mean? 10 is a
10 is
value. Tell me.
assigned to a variable name.
No. 10 is a value which is assigned to a variable called A. Now, okay, let's try to understand. Let's try to understand the program. Okay, can you see my screen, right? So let's say A is equal to 10. Now tell me, what does it mean, guys? 10 is a value which is assigned to variable. Yeah, agree with me, guys, everyone? Now print of A. What is the answer, guys? What is the answer, Judy?
10.
10. Print of capital A. What is the answer?
Error.
Why?
Error.
So because case
It is
sensitive.
case sensitive.
Because it is a case sensitive. it will throw an error. Okay, see, name A is not defined. Now, we said the variable is a named memory address location. Somewhere it is storing, right? Where is the memory address? Where it is stored? I need to know. In order to know what is the memory address value, so there is a function we can use. Why I'm calling function? Because I'm using the parenthesis bracket now here. ID function. What is the function we are using? ID function. ID. After ID, I'm using the parenthesis bracket. If you use the parenthesis bracket, what does it mean? Function. Agree? It will tells memory address location of a memory address location of a variable. What does it mean? Memory address location of a variable. It will RAM memory. It will give RAM memory address location. RAM memory address location. For example, ID of A, small a, it will give some memory address location. Now, tell me, guys, one thing I want to tell you, very, very important. Now I got some number 162372625 very, very important. Now, if you execute the same, it will give you different memory address location. It will give different. Can you try now? Anyone? Can you try anyone? Can you try anyone? Can you execute? A is equal 10, ID of A. Are you going to get the same memory address location, different memory address location?
Different memory.
Different value.
Different, sir.
Different memory address location. Reason being, the memory address location depends on the RAM. So it depends on your RAM size, my RAM size, your RAM memory, my RAM memory. Everything is different. From computer to computer or system to system, the memory address location will get changed. There is no guarantee we will get the same memory address location. Now, tell me, one second.
Memory map.
Display the memory address location. Okay. Now, okay, boss, agree. Now, as I said, it is like a container. Container holds the same information or different information? When you change the, let's say, as you said, the computer is a, let's say, container is a, let's say, your school bag. Are we keep the books in the same location? We can change the books in the different location. We can change the different location. Now, different location, right? A is equal to 15. Now, what happens? Now, earlier, what is the A value? A value is earlier 10.
10.
Now, what is the A value?
15.
15.
Now, what is the meaning? Very, very important, guys. Listen carefully. 15 is a value. 15 is a value which is assigned to, very, very important, assigned to variable A. Agree with me? Now, tell me, print of A. What is the answer display? Is it going to display 10 or is it going to display
15.
15?
Error.
15.
50.
One second. How many of you say error?
Sir, me.
Who? Darshan.
That-
Why? What is the reason? Why you are thinking it is an error?
Sir,
Santosh
because
Reddy?
we already created variable A with the value of 10.
With the
Again, we are
value of
going-
Hmm.
Yeah.
Tell me, go ahead, please.
Again, we are going to create A with a different value. It will not take, sir. Because we already created that variable, right?
Correct. Your answer, let's try to imagine you have a wallet. Wallet has some space, right? Some space. Let's say you swipe the credit card. Are you going to keep in the same place or different place? Every time? Tell me, Darshan. You are going to keep in the same place or different place? Different place or can be same place. Here in Python, one beauty is there. If you assign same, if assign to A is a variable to some other value, it override the previous value. What does it mean, guys? Override the previous value. Print of A. What is the value now? Override 15. Now, one more interesting point. ID of A. What is earlier age? What is earlier ID? 1623. Are we going to get the same ID or different ID now?
Different ID.
Different
Why?
ID.
Why? It should be same, right? A only. Earlier, A is the some value. Now A is A also, right? Why we are getting a different ID?
It will
Your
take
answer.
the previous one.
Wait. It will give a different ID. But reason why? Because very important. It will give the memory address location for values, not for the variables. It will give the
Dynamic
memory
allocation.
memory allocation for the values, not for the variable name. Other name of variable name is also called as the object. Repeating the point, guys. Repeating the point. Don't get confused. Initially, what is the value I've taken? A is equal to 10. See, now very I given here only. I mentioned here only. See, I clearly mentioned. Initially, we have taken the here A is equal to 10. Here we create a variable name called A. We have assigned the value 10 to the variable A. Agree? Now we change the A is equal to 10.5. Now what is initially the A value was 10, and then later we change to 10.5. In Python, we don't actually assign the value to variables. We don't actually assign the values to variables. Instead, Python give reference of the value to the variable. Only that means memory address location will give only for the values, not for the variable name. Now, sir, that means you may get one doubt. That means you may get the one doubt. Sir, for example, B is equal to 10. B is equal to 10. Now, should I get the same memory address location, right? Should get a 16162372625467, right? Am I going to get right? Am I right? ID of B. See, check it. Input 4 and input 9 are the same, which means B value 10. A value here in the 4, 10. For example, B is equal to 15. ID of B, it will give the input 7 and input 10 are the same. As per this, what is your understanding? Memory address location is allocating to the value, not for the variable name or object. Another name of variable name is also called as the object. Multiple types. Some people call as an identifier. Some people call as a variable. Some people call it as an object. Anyone are not clear about this point? Can you tell me? Manikanta, are able to follow me? Madhu?
Yes, it's clear.
So simple. If you are thinking about variable, variable is nothing but it is a named memory entity location. We are giving some name here. So for example, let me tell you an example. What is the population of India? 140 crore.
140 crores.
Okay. So 140 crore government of India giving Aadhaar card to each and every person. Do you agree with me? Now, somewhere other way around, we need to store the information, right? Somewhere other way around, we need to store the information, right? The place where we are storing the information, that place, what we call? Database.
Database.
Right? Database. What do you mean by database? Database is nothing but it is a memory where we can store. Let's say, yeah, let me tell you example. Okay, forget about the database. Everyone are using a smartphone, right? Everyone is using a smartphone. What is
Yes,
your mobile storage? Specific, what is your mobile storage?
128 GB.
128 GB, 64 GB, something. What does it, for example, you took the photos. Today you went to, let's say, one park. You took the photos, taking a lot of selfies. For each photo, where you store? Do you store in the memory only, right? RAM, maybe your RAM or phone storage, right? Storage. For each photo, need to store some memory is required, right? That memory is called as a variable here. For example, what happened if you take the two photos? You give the same name for the two photos. Will it replace or will it keep the same name? Replace, right? So can I say simple to say your photos, whatever the memory example, mobile example, that is nothing but variable in the real world. Agree? Still confusion, anyone?
No, sir. No.
Everyone understood or not? If not clear, kindly let me know. I'll give one more example.
Understood, sir.
Everyone.
Understood, sir.
Pavani, clear? Bhargavi.
Yes, sir, I'm clear.
Okay,
Yes,
Vinita.
sir.
Vinita, are you clear? Vinay, Srinivas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, memory address location assigned to value or variable name?
Value.
Value,
Value,
not the variable name. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, now so so multiple variables with the same value. We can give the same value to the multiple variables. For example, Google Drive example. Why I'm taking the Google Drive? I'll give the example. Why I'm taking the Google Drive access? Let's say I store the one file in the Google Drive. Maybe let's say our app. We are creating one folder, your course folder. We are giving access to the multiple students, right? Right? Same course we are giving to the multiple students. That is called we are giving the access. One file, multiple people are accessing. So similarly, A is one student here, B is one student, C is one student. For all the students, the course fees would be the same or different? Same only, right? Same only. Can I write, for example, can I write like this? Let's say Srinivas is equal to Rakesh is equal to maybe Bhargav. The course fees for them, all of them should be same or different? If I say, I can assign the same value, right? Here Srinivas is equal to Rakesh is equal to Bhargav is equal to 50,000. What does it mean? These are the three students, Srinivas, Rakesh, Bhargav. Right. Now, that means we are assigning the same thing, like course fees, we access course access, and all these are the example. Now tell me, what is the ID for Rakesh? What is the memory address location for Srinivas? What is the memory address location for Bhargav? Is it the same or is it will be different?
it will be same, sir.
It will ID of Srinivas, ID of Rakesh, ID of Bhargav. It will be the same only. Why it is same, Mr. Why it is same, Mr. Giridhar?
Because value is same.
Value is same. If Ramya, what happens? Value is same. Ramya, what happens? Value is same.
Memory location is the same, sir.
The memory address location is the same here in this case. Now that means multiple variables we can assign the same value. Like as you see, like school fees. So multiple variables also we can assign in the single line. So remember, we discuss like A is equal to, let's say, forget every time A is boring here. XYZ is equal to 10. Semicolon ABC is equal to 20. Semicolon DEF is equal to 30. What do we call this one? Here I'm using semicolon. What do we call? What do we call? We discussed in Friday also.
Multiple statement in single line.
This is called multiple statements in
Statements.
single. This is assigning the multiple statements in single line. Now tell me multiple statements. Now tell me, guys, why it is throwing an error, boss? Def is a keyword.
DF is a keyword.
Exactly. Good. Very good. Def is a keyword. Good. Nice. Now tell me, I created this thing. Now tell me, let me ask you, Vinita, is memory address location is same for all these three or different memory address location? Is it the same memory address location or different memory address location?
Different.
Why? Why it is a different memory
Because
address location?
XYZ is one variable and ABC is one.
The values are different, right? The values are different here in this case. If I write print of XYZ, print of ABC, right? Print of DF1. Different values. 10, 20, 30. We have a different values. 10, 20, 30. Perfect. Now, okay, that is also good, guys. Now we can also this is the statements. Now, is it possible to assign multiple variables to multiple values? Not the same value, multiple values. How to assign multiple values to multiple variables in a single line? How do I say it? Let's say I can write Sachin, comma, Kohli, comma, Rohit is equal to, Sachin did the score of 18,000 score. Kohli did of 13,000 scores. Rohit did 10,000. If you want to assign here, now tell me what is the difference you observed between input 16 and input 18? Input 16 line, what we have written? Assigning multiple statements in single line. What we observed? We have written first statement. To separate one statement with the other statement, we have used the semicolon. That is in multiple line statement. Whereas in input 18, what we have did, assigning multiple values to multiple variables. What does it mean? Multiple values. Sachin is one value. Kohli one thing. We have used the first, we written all the variable names, separated by comma, assigning values by comma. Understood the difference? Print of Sachin, print of Kohli, print of Rohit. So print of Rohit. Now understood, guys? Any questions? Any doubt?
Sir, can't we use like print of Sachin, Kohli,
You
Rohit?
can do that. You can do that
Mm.
also.
Mm.
Sachin, Kohli, comma, Rohit. We can do that also. Sorry, spelling mistake. You can use that also, comma also. We discussed this statement in the last class also, if I'm not wrong. Understood? So if you want to assign multiple values to multiple variables, the syntax, each first we need to assign all the variable names separated by comma, then followed by values. There also we can use comma. Now understood? Okay, now any questions, guys? Any doubt? Everyone clear? Okay, assigning is clear. So now tell me, guys, what about this one? Can you try to understand? Variable reinitialization. The variable does not already exist. Python creates it and give the some value. So for example, a is equal to 10.
single
10 is a value. A is equal to 10 is a value. A is equal to 20. What does it mean? A is equal to 20. What does it mean? What is the print value? First it print the a value 10, then a is equal to 20. The best example we are giving the rented house. For example, now my owner asked me to vacate the house. Will he keep empty forever? What if I vacate the house? He will assign to some new more person. The address of the house will get changed or different? For me, it will change, right? For me, it will change, right? For me, it will change. For example, you are staying in rented house. So as a family, for cooking purpose, you need gas stove, gas, right? You need gas. What you have to do? You need to book the gas, then they deliver to your home. Am I right? What if you have changed the address? What if you change the address? You also need to update the address to gas, right? Gas agencies. You go there and change the address. Here also the same way. A is equal to 10, A is equal to 20, which means we are giving the different address. Okay. So now tell me what is the answer here in this case? Can you execute this? Can you execute this? Can you execute this? Can you execute this? What is the answer? Tell me. What is the answer, guys? Can you execute this? I'll give 1 minute of time. Can you execute? What is the answer?
15, sir.
15, sir.
Why 15?
Latest assigned to the A
Latest assigned to
variable A.
Get replaced with another value every time. So latest is the
latest. Yeah. Initial A is the 10. Then assigned to,
Then 20.
then assigned to
20.
the 20. 20 after 15.
15.
It always display the latest value. What is the latest value?
15.
15. Now let me ask you, let me give one more example. Now, what is a website? Website is equal datavision.com. Now, what is the printf website? What is the option will display? Datavision.com. Now, let's say assigning a new variable to website is called KSR consultant service. Website is called KSR consultant. Printf website, what is the answer it will display? KSR consultant. Initially, we assign to datavision.com to the website variable. Then value changes to KSR consultant service.com. Agree with me, everyone? Okay. Any questions? Any doubt about this? Any doubt? Any questions about this? Any questions? Any doubt? Okay. Are you clear? So now variable is a variable will hold in the same memory location or will change the memory address location? Variable value is the same memory address location. Variable name change. Variable name changes. Right? Agree? Now the next thing will do. Any questions? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now next is a constant. Constant is a type of value whose value cannot be changed. Whose value cannot be changed. So if you keep, let's say, if you keep the purse in your study board or any study table, and will it change? Definitely no. Unless until you change it manually, it won't change. It will be there. For example, if I keep my mobile on table, will it move to one place to other place? It will be there only forever till the moment I can change. Some of the example for constant. What is the pi value?
22.7.
22 point, no, 22, 22 by 7.
22 by 7 is sir, sorry.
3.147.
3.147. Will it change every time?
No, sir.
No, it will be constant. This is one example. What is the gravity?
9 point
9 point something, right?
9.8 meter per second
8.8
square.
99. It is change. Will it change? No. Constant means which will be constant forever, whose value cannot be changed. These are the examples like pi, gravity, and all. To differentiate constant and variable, the best, it is not mandatory. Best suggestion, recommended suggestion is always write constant variable names as capital letters. Always write constant names as capital letter. Always write constant name as capital letter. Just without confusion only. Without confusion only. Otherwise, you can see. For example, let's say you are studying in a university board or 10th standard. What is the minimum pass percentage, pass marks?
35.
35. It is constant, right? For
Yes,
every
sir.
student, the pass mark is 35. Pass mark is 35. So it is a constant value. It won't change forever. Unless until you change it, it won't change. Someone has taken a decision. Right? Elections, generally. Election, what is the frequency that happens every 5 years? That is mandate, right? After 5 years, you cannot be ruled as a chief minister or a prime minister, MLA or MP, anything. It is a constant, right? So that is always to differentiate between variables and constant. Recommendation from my side, always write constant as a capital letter, variable name as name as a capital letter. Okay. Otherwise, everything is same only. Will the value get changed in constant, or will it be keep constant forever? It will be constant. It won't change the, once you hold the information, it won't change forever. It will give the same name only. It will give the same name only. Okay, understand? Any confusions, any doubt? 1 second.
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Okay. Constant is a type of variable whose value cannot be changed.
Right? Now tell me, if I ask you, can you summarize what is the, Judy, can you summarize what is the difference between variable and constant? What do you say? Can you summarize what is the difference between variables and constant? What do you say?
Variable change and constant will not change.
Variable change. What change? The memory address location value get changed. It won't. It holds the same information in constant. It won't change the information in constant.
Yeah.
It will hold, holds the information. However, it will change with respect to the variable name. And memory address location assigned to value or a variable name?
Value.
Value. Memory address location assigned to value,
Value.
not the variable name. Now, guys, tell me, anyone have a doubt about the variables and constants? Entire class. Are you clear 100%?
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, we created the variable names. Is there any rules to follow the variable names? In order to create the variable names, any rules we need to follow? Whatever the rules we applied for an identifier, or whatever the rules we have used to create an identifier, we will also follow the same rule. There is no difference at all. Here also we'll follow the same rule. There is no difference at all. Agree with me, guys? Agree with me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Here also we follow the same rule. There is no difference at all. Now tell me one question to all of you. Tell me one question to all of you. So what are the rules we followed to create an identifier? Let me ask a question to Madhu. Can you tell me what are the rules we followed to create an identifier? Madhu, can you tell me what are the rules we followed to create an identifier? Please, come on. In my class, you have to speak. I don't like to be silent. Dhananjaya, can you tell me what are the rules we followed to create an identifier?
Sir, alphabet, capital, uppercase or lowercase.
1 second.
Digital
You have to,
value.
wait. You have to explain like this. In order to create a variable or identifier, we must follow the rules such as it must be an alphabet. Alphabet means it could be capital letters or small letters.
Small letter.
Small a to z or capital A to z. And digits. Digits
sir.
means 0 to
0 to
9.
9.
9.
And also use a special character, special symbol called
Underscore.
underscore. Okay, these are the rules. It is a combination of alphabets, digits, underscore. Variable name cannot start with a digit. Like as an identifier, does identifier start with the digit? No. Here variable name also does not start with digits. Does apart from underscore, can we accept any special character, special symbols? No,
No.
we cannot accept. Right? The same rules, whatever the rules we followed for identifier, same rules we can use for variable also, even for constant also. But better to write constant is in capital letters. Suppose you have a variable name is a multiple words. Length can be any number, any character. Even it is a single character, 10 character, 20 character, 100 character. It can be any character. But if it is a multiple word, to separate one word with other word, what we need to do? We need to use underscore symbol. Underscore symbol. We need to use underscore symbol. Now, any confusion, any doubt?
Sir, how to write a code for constant, sir?
So same, for example, same, whatever the, so where how we create the variable pi value, for example, pi is equal to 3.14, 22 by 7. Now print of pi. That's all. For example,
Sir, write pi is equal to some other value. It will be changed or it will not change, sir?
it will change, right? It will change.
Uh,
It will change. So without distinction, that is the reason, right? I recommended to use capital letters, right? Not the small letters.
Oh.
Even if I write the print of gravity, 9.8, same. Agree?
Only for our understanding, no, sir.
Our understanding only. If
Constant values so that we represent them in capital and like that. But
yes, for
What if we write in small letters, sir? What will
what
happen?
if what will happen if you write in small letter? It will get changed, right?
Okay.
It will get. I mean,
gravity, capital gravity equal to 10. It will change or not, sir?
it will change. In Python, there is no manual specification. There is no manual specification value to be constant. We are giving, suppose in our code, some values, some hard coded value. Constant means hard coded value. Manually, we are giving that value. That value, how do you represent such kind of values? That is called as a constant. In Python, there is no constants directly. Agree?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Suppose if I write gravity is equal to 10, for example, gravity is equal to 10. Now it gets changed. Print of gravity. See, there is no direct specification to represent the constant in Python. For example, Bangalore, minimum temperature 2 degrees. It should be always 2 degrees. Right? Should be always 2 degrees. Let's say, let me tell you example. Movie ticket. Movie ticket. For example, as you know that movie ticket, there should be some minimum price, right? Even if it is a worst movie also, the minimum price is 150. If movie is good, you can increase the price. What is the minimum price? 150. It won't change forever. GST, example, GST also. For example, GST is a constant value, right? For example, for your course, GST fees is 18%. It is a constant value which is fixed by the government of India. It won't change. If you remember GST, if I type GST, how does it represent? See, in English language also, how does it represent? GST. See, remember, see, GST also, they represent capital letters. Observe here, everyone. What is GST explain? So goods and service tax, I'm not asking about the name and all. How they're defining? Some constant values are always defining the capital letters. So that is the reason I recommended to use the capital letter for constant things. Agree? For example, tax. See, income tax. See, this tax is not constant. It will change, right? So that is the reason small case letters. Understand? Understood the reason? Any confusions, any doubt? Judy?
No, sir, no confusion.
Okay. So best suggestion always to be some constant values need to represent in the capital letters, not the small letters. Now, very good. Now let me talk about the another topic. Already it is you go here. These are the rules. Can someone read the rules? See, the same case. It is a combination of letters lowercase or uppercase or digits or underscore. So is it a variable name or not? Is it a variable or is it a constant?
Constant.
Why?
It's a constant.
Why?
Because it is in capital letters.
Letters.
It is a constant. It is a constant because all are defined in capital letters. What about cap words? What about cap words?
Variables.
Variable.
It's a variable.
If you want to create a variable name having 2 words, use underscore to separate them. Agree with me? Never use special symbol like this. Only which special symbol agree? Acceptable?
Underscore.
Only underscore is acceptable. Can we start with a digit? No, we cannot start with a digit. These are the rules and regulations we need to follow to create the variable name. Let me stop here for today.